Hello, guys. My name is David, and today I want to go over some tips that you can follow to help grow your finances, right? So, recently in American society, over the past few years, the economy has gotten much better, right? People's income levels have risen. Have been making more money and more living a more comfortable life as a result. I think it's important though to not let yourself get too carried away with that stuff, right? So let's say when people make more money, typically in this society, people tend to spend more money when they make more money, right? Uh, that shouldn't always be the case. I think sometimes your expenses should remain the same, and your savings should just increase as your income increases. Maybe your savings should increase along with your income, right? Instead of just spending more money on unnecessary stuff all the time, right? So I read an article online on CNBC, and according to CNBC, 57% of Americans don't have at least $1,000 in savings for an emergency. I think that's a very, very big problem. It's it's very important to be up to date in your personal finances and not let your money get away from you, right? So there's a few steps you can take, right? Eliminate your debt, set up a budget, put money into savings, and try to focus on your needs more than your wants, right? Try to spend money on things you need and not on things that you want, right? It's important to try and be frugal. It's think about your future, right? Think about your future and the future of the people around you. So personally, I've in the past few years ago, I didn't know anything about money. All the money that I made, the little money that I did make was going flying right out the window. As soon as I made it, I would spend it, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating when you're working week after week, but then week after week you don't see any change in your bank account, right? And you think to yourself after a certain time, why am I even working, right? Why are you even working if it's not adding any real value to your life? You have nothing to show for it. All the money that you do make is already you're already spending it. Maybe you should try to cut back a little, right? So even billionaires, right? People that we look up to in terms of for finances, for advice on finances. People like Warren Buffett, right? He's been frugal since he was in his 20s. He's saved money, he's invested money, and he still lives in the same house that he bought years and years ago for like a couple $1,000s, and he's worth billions of dollars, right? So I think that's an important thing to think about, right? That people like that, billionaires who can afford to do anything that they want, they still, they don't live that way. They live in a nice, humble home, drive a humble car, and they lead normal lives, right? So I think there are a few steps you can take, right, to set yourself up for financial success in the future. First, go over your debts, right? Think about what you're in debt to and try to set a plan for yourself about how you're going to pay off that debt, right? After that, maybe you're not in debt, right? So you're just not being very cautious with your money. Go over your personal finances for every week, every month actually, right? And look and think about where you could cut off on unnecessary spending. If you're making $5,000 a month, for example, your rent is 1,200. Let's say your phone bill is $100. Um, you're spending about $300 on insurance and another $400 on food, right? So that's about $2,000 that you're already spending every month to live. I think it's important that with that other $3,000 that you have, maybe okay, you want to have some fun, give yourself $500 max to go have fun with, right? In that week, and you still have at the end of every month $2,500 saved up, right? And you're saving 50% of your income for the future. It's very important to think about things in that way, in that where am I going with this? Where am I going to be in a few months from now, in a year from now? And it's up to you if you don't like your current situation to change it. And you could take little steps like this to do that, right? Just trying to be more cautious with your money. Go over every week what you're spending money on, and cut out things that you don't need, right? Don't, maybe you spend too much money on coffee every day. So instead of waking up in the morning buying coffee, maybe you just make coffee at home, and that saves $5. And $5 saved up consistently can add up faster than you think. Um, it's important, just let's say you're saving $2,500 every month, right? After a few months, you can have a good amount of money put away, tucked away to, and then you can have some fun, have some more fun, right? But it's important to stay on top and track your finances. Um, just it's you don't want to feel that way, right? You don't want to work and not have anything to show for it. It's like it'll get to the point. It'll be like, what's the point of even me going to work if I don't have anything to show for my work. I'm just working. Why am I working? Right? That's how you will start to feel after a certain while. You're gonna beat yourself up about it, and you don't have to. You don't have to do that, right? Another argument you could make is maybe you're not making enough money, but that's a whole nother argument, right? Everybody wants to make more money. There are ways you can do that, but it's important to at least with start with what you have right now and grow from there.